Why was I ever standing up when I did these videos? Why would I waste my energy on standing up when I could sit down and be as gloriously gracious as I can be when making these picks? Hey everybody, and welcome to the super wildcard weekend of the 2020-21 NFL season and my prediction picks. I'm your host, the guy on the internet known as the Blind Canadian Cat. My real name is Cody. You can feel free to call me any name in the middle. But anywho, welcome everyone. Hope you had a great Sunday afternoon, morning, night, whenever you watched the games, whatever you did. I know I did. Cruising to a 38-3 record, and I know I said I would take Cincy plus 13, and realistically that's what should have happened all those years ago. But let's just be real. Cincy's never been hasn't been a good team since Andrew Whitworth left the Rams all those years ago. And Baltimore, since letting Lamar Jackson take over, have been a great team. Losing only, what, 7 regular season games since Lamar took over, since Lamar's been the starting quarterback? And that's 3 years, folks. Or I guess 2.5 seasons. That's what? Average of, I guess, a loss and a half. I don't fucking know. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm not doing math for you people. But you know what kind of math I will do? The math to recap last week. Going with a good old 12-4 straight up, 8-7-1 against the spread, and a 6-10 over-under. Our totals came crashing in the final couple of weeks of the season, but you know what? We still was able to finish at a 114, 133, and 9 mark on those totals. And what does that mean? Well, we did better percentage-wise, but because of logic and reason, we got the same amount of corrects as we did last year. How the hell do you do that 2 years in a row? And then get this, 2018 and 2019 against the spread, we got the same amount of incorrects, which is annoying. But this year, for against the spread, we went above 500. And not many people can say they do that. So spreads are hard, folks. Spreads are hard. I mean, I just narrowly edge over it with a 126, 122, and 8 record. Obviously being my PR now. And probably the highest that'll ever be. Because I don't trust certain teams to do their job. And Justin's rule of 4 haunts my brain. I gotta say, especially for not following Justin's rule of 4 for like a good majority of the season, to finish positive, I don't care. Suck it, Justin. And then, of course, straight up, we get to finish the year at a 164, 91, and 1 total, making that our second best year, only to our aforementioned 2017 season, with a 175 and 81. But, hey, we're going for improvements. Next year, let's try to hit 170. I'd like to hit that again. It's going to take a lot of work. And thank you, Stress Ball. I'm going to meet you again this week. But, we don't edit videos where I come from. Let's get to these picks. All 6 of them. If I were a cool editor, I'd edit some bullshit in here. I'm going to treat this like Gino, because, like I said, I got the drinking part in from last week. Now we're going to do his picks like that way. I'm on a roll. I'm not drinking, I promise. Start off with the first pick. Indy is getting 6.5 from the Bills in Buffalo. Congratulations, Buffalo. You won the AFC East. You're 13-3. You're the 2 seed. If things were going like last year, you would have had a bye week. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I still think the 7th seed is stupid. I still think it's stupid. Not a fan of it. You're giving, granted that both Indy and, if you want to even say it, Miami deserve to be in these playoffs this year, as opposed to teams like the Washington football team. I'm going to say that. I don't want to say that. But for the sake of a newer audience I'm welcoming, I will call them that. Because here, we appease to our audience. I'm just telling you right now, I don't like it, but I will do it for the crowd. For you, my beautiful humans, all around the world. And, shit, let me lose track. And the Bears. I'm sure Miami deserved more, but then again, do we really need rookie quarterbacks in the playoffs? I'm just being real. They're nice stories, but they never win. Never win. But, yeah, good job, Buffalo. Josh Allen's been hyped up like none other. Going to be a top 5 MVP candidate. Not going to win it, but might get a vote or two because, hey, Bills Mafia deserves some love. It's a good fan base, yada yada. But I gotta be real with y'all. I like this Colts team. I really do. Phillip Rivers, you could say what you want, but the run game, phenomenal for them. And the defense, Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner, all those guys, they worked their asses off. And very underrated defense and deserve a lot of credit. And Xavier Rhodes, I don't even fucking know if he's still healthy or not, but if he is, he seemed to have found himself in a better position in Indy than his last year in Minnesota. Either way, you could be torn about this game all you want. You could think Buffalo win, you could think Indy win, but I'll tell you this, 6.5 is way too many points for this game, because I think Indy's a better team than given credit for. And I'll be honest with y'all, I'm going to take Indy in the upset here. Feel free to take Buffalo in general if you'd like. But either way, plus 6.5, give me that shit. And I wouldn't be surprised if that number fluctuated in and out all week. Especially with the news of Cole Beasley and maybe even Stephon Diggs being a little hobbly in this game. Taking Indy. Shit, I didn't even have totals written down. Fuck. I'm also going to do totals, because that's fun. Total in the game is at 51. I like offense. I know I did say I respected Indy's defense. I know Buffalo's going to get their fair share. And I know Indy's going to get their fair share, because Buffalo, while they have a respectable defense, a little overrated. Give me that over 51 in a heartbeat. Indy in the upset. Game 2, we have Seattle hosting the LA Rams. Hey, some NFC West division rivalry. Because with now all these teams making the playoffs, you're going to have a better odds of getting divisional rematches. There's phrasing, words are hard. Rams are hobbling in this game. It's injury after injury after injury. Is Jared Goff going to be healthy? We don't know. Is Seattle's offense going to stop being inconsistent? We don't know. I know the Rams are going to try their much on defense, so I wouldn't be surprised if this game stays low scoring. But I think Seattle overall is a better team here. Rams get their fair share of love. Because, like I said, the defense is no joke, and the running back rotation they're getting worked out is kind of working for them. I didn't really watch last week's game against the Cardinals. I accidentally fell asleep because I stayed up all the way too late. Couldn't fall asleep that night. So, I don't know much. All I know is, since Kelly got hurt, whoever the backup was gave up all the points for the Rams to win, regardless. So, yeah, if Jared Goff plays, they might put up more than 18 points or whatever the hell they did. But not by much. And I expect Seattle. Playoff time, Russ is going to do his magic. They're going to call him Mr. Unlimited because he's going to be unlimitedly throwing the ball down to Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. I'm sorry, Rams, but you're heading home. Jared Goff's too hurt, and I'm not going to take it. Take Seattle and the points. 42. It's risky, but I'm going to go with the under for the sake of I don't know what I'm going to get out of the Rams offense. And Seattle's defense has become slightly more respectable for me lately. Take the under 42. Third game of the week. Tampa's heading to D.C. Bucks are favored by 8, and the total's at 44.5. I gotta be real, y'all. I gotta be real. A lot of these people, or a lot of the big brain smart idea is Tampa will win this by a mile. That would be the most logical sense, would it not? Sure. Is there any realistic chance DC wins this game? I'm gonna say there is a chance, off the sake of storylines and narratives, like Tom Brady hasn't won a wild card game in I don't know how many years. I don't know if he has ever, because I know New England was always a 1 or 2 seed, but I know the last 2 times New England was a 3 seed or lower, they lost those games. Tennessee last year, and my beloved Ravens back in 2009. So I know for a fact Brady has not performed well in a wild card. And another narrative, the last 2 teams, I guess technically if you take out the strike season, all teams who have entered the playoffs with a losing record, they've won. They've won the first round. That Seattle team that beast-quaked the Saints out of the chance for a Super Bowl repeat, and the Carolina Panthers, who, to be fair, did get to play a backup quarterback. But, hey, a win's a win. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't trust Washington's lack of offense to do much of anything in this game. And while Tampa Bay might put up some points, I just like to think Washington's defense is a little more respectable. And I know people like Chase Young and Deron Payne, and I'm going to try to name a bunch of players as if I'm watching Washington football, but I don't. But I respect that defense to keep this game close. 8 points is too many for me. I'll take Bucks to win, but give me DC to cover that 8. And with 44.5, take the under in this one, too. I don't know what I'm going to get from DC. I mean, if they're only going to put up 20 points against the Eagles, then that's going to be risky when Tampa Bay's defense is a little more respectable. Give me the under, Bucks to win, but DC to cover. Next game. Fuck you, Vegas. Fuck you. Ravens are laying 3.5 to Tennessee in Nashville. Why the fuck are the Ravens favored? Why? It doesn't make sense to me. Does not make sense. Okay. If this was like Pittsburgh or maybe, I don't know, or even Tennessee. This is a team that last year crushed us emotionally, physically, all the other adverb words I can find and put in there. They did that to us. And then this year, Derrick Henry, that team, they beat us in our building in overtime. And Derrick Henry's touchdown run that went in overtime literally went in an L shape. Literally. I hadn't seen bullshit memes about it all week. Fuck you, Vegas. Baltimore does not deserve to be the favorite in this game. I don't care what kind of hot streak they are on. They've struggled against Tennessee. That being said, I'm a Star Ravens fan asshole, so fuck you. I'm going to take Baltimore anyway. Ride or die, baby. Ride or die. But fuck me. Tennessee could... I hate this. I hate it. I hate it a lot. So I'm going to take the Tennessee plus 3.5, but I'm going to take the Ravens anyway. You want, if you really think the Lamar playoff narrative is a real thing, then fucking take Tennessee. But the plus 3.5 you might be able to get away with anytime. Ugh. I'm frustrated. You can hear the frustration in my voice. I don't like the fact that we were favored in this game. Because you can't have an underdog story if you're going to be favored against a team who's emotionally crushed you the last time you played. The last 2 times you played. You can't do that. Grrr. Whatever. Give me the Ravens, Titans to cover, and with 54.5, there's going to be points. I have no doubt in my mind there's going to be points. 54.5, actually, no. No. I'm going to take the under in this game. The Ravens' 2 playoff games that they played with Lamar Jackson have gone under, and yes, you could say that because of playoff struggle or team struggle or whatever, but they've been low-scoring games altogether. What was it? 40 with them in the Chargers, and then 40 again? Yeah, no, you know what? Fuck it. Give me the under this game. I'm going to take 3 straight unders, but you know why? Because that's just kind of how this game is. 23-20, Justin Tucker game-winning field goal. Take the Ravens, lay the Tennessee in the points, though. 5th game, woo! New Orleans is laying 10 to Chicago in Nolans. Damn, I am going to try to copy Gino, aren't I? New Orleans should win this game. But they also should have won last year against the Vikings. And the year before that against the Rams. And the year before that against the Vikings. Well, I mean, maybe not. Minnesota was favored 5 in that Minneapolis Miracle game. Sorry, Nate. But I don't know what I'm going to see from Chicago. Chicago might have a defense. I know when Nick Foles played the Saints, it was a close game, went down to overtime. But I don't like it. I don't like it. And with Drew Brees' playoff struggle in general lately, it's just, I don't know what to expect. I do know is between his last couple of games, even the ones he's won, they've been close scoring affairs. I'm sorry, I can't give the Saints -10. Fool me once with a -8 against Minnesota last year, fine. Fool me twice, that's a shame on me. Saints will win this game, but Chicago, probably out of good old Chicago Bear, Mitchell Trubisky way, will find a way to backdoor cover, like they always do, to ruin our bets. Taking on straight up, and Chicago against the spread, +10, easy money, I think. I mean, probably not. I don't know what to expect. The only thing you probably bet on this game is the money line, but then again, you're not going to get much point from it anyway. Or at least bring it down to -3, if you can. Tease it down. Either way, get away with it. Total of the game of 47. Do I want to take the under in this one, too? Do I? I think I do. Because I know the Bears' defense is a little respectable. I think the Saints' defense is also up the higher echelon. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to take another goddamn under in this game. Give me under 47. I don't have a score. I'll do scores later just for shits and giggles. And then the final one. Pittsburgh is laying 6 to Cleveland down in the Steel City. Alright, I want to tell you all a little story on why I love sports and why I love... Well, I mean, I guess why I love football and why I love sports in general. So, some of you know, I brought it up a couple times, but I've recently joined a group, the OLOPB. So I gotta say, I got a friend from there. I won't say her name for the sake of not revealing private information out publicly. But she is a Cleveland Browns fan. And I gotta say, we have a sports sub-channel in the Discord. And her and I were having conversations. A couple people jumped in and out, but it was mostly me and her just talking. And as a Browns fan, you saw every message. She sent a message almost every time the play was down. She watched the game live. I had NFL Red Zone, so I was able to just watch every game, and anytime a significant play happened, I saw it too. But the emotion, the up and down trail she was going through in that game, and then when Cleveland finally won, the excitement, the overcome with emotion. I can say synonyms and parallels forever, but you never know when you're dedicated to a team for as long as some people are, especially a team that hasn't had much to celebrate in a long time. I mean, don't look at me, I'm a Ravens fan. We won the Super Bowl back in 2012 and been in the playoffs almost every other year since. But to see that excitement, that pure joy, again, the emotion, I'm going to use that word a billion times. It reminded me why I love football. And why sports matter, teams matter, to people, to cities, to those who root for them. They matter, those wins matter. And it's a beautiful thing, really. It's a beautiful thing. That being said, sorry Cleveland, I think Pittsburgh rules you in this game. Even if COVID thing wasn't striking at all, I'm sorry. I think Pittsburgh rolls in this game. That game last week was way too close, even for the Browns to begin with, considering with all Pittsburgh starters and yada yada. And that defense looks awful, Cleveland. That defense looks... You don't tell me Pittsburgh ain't gonna do better than the 22 points that Mason Rudolph put up. No, I'm sorry. Pittsburgh's gonna roll in this game. And tell you what, because I'm not gonna take another under 47.5, I'll take that over. I think Cleveland puts up more of a fight than they did in that early season game when they lost. What was it? 37-7 or 40, something like that. I think Cleveland puts up a little more of a fight, but Pittsburgh runs away with this thing. -6, easy money to me. Yeah. Take Pittsburgh. They'll probably roll this game. Sorry, Browns fans. Maybe next year. And there we go. I have the Colts upsetting Buffalo. I got Seattle taking care of LA. I got Tampa winning a close one against DC. I got Baltimore winning a close one against Tennessee. I got New Orleans winning a primarily dominant game, but Chicago will find a way to backdoor cover. And I got Pittsburgh rolling Cleveland. Give me some bullshit scores for the sake of bullshit. Colts 31, Bills 28. Give me Seattle 17, Rams 10. Give me Tampa 24, DC 17. Give me Ravens 23, Titans 20. Give me Saints. We'll go 23, Bears. 18. Fuck it, let's just put a random bullshit number in there. 23-18. And then give me Pittsburgh 34 to 20, we'll say, for Cleveland. There you all have it. Those are my beautiful picks from my beautiful little channel that I do here where I say meow, I roll intros. And I'm a stubborn asshole Ravens fan from the great state of Oregon, where now, with NBA rolling as well, hoping the Blazers can figure out some way to make me happy for when the Ravens inevitably lose this game, because this universe hates me and people love Lamar playoff memes. But hey, a man can hope. A man can hope. Be with me, Stress Football. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow me on my Twitter, CanadianCatCP. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Blind Canadian Cat. My gaming Instagram, Canadian Cat Clips, where I upload clips of game process once a month or so. because that's pretty much how active it is lately. Follow my Twitch, Lion Canadian Cat. I'm trying to stream more again, and yeah, I've streamed a couple Apex games recently, so you might be able to join some of those. And that is all. Peace and love, TBCC out.